The loudest person in the room is rarely the most confident. In fact, real confidence usually looks the opposite. It's quiet, controlled, grounded. It doesn't beg for attention, it doesn't overshare, and it definitely doesn't feel the need to prove itself every 5 minutes. Yet most people have been taught the wrong idea of confidence. They think confidence means being talkative, outgoing, always entertaining, always having something clever to say, but that's not confidence. Sometimes that's just insecurity wearing a louder outfit. Real confidence is deeper than personality, and once you understand that, you stop trying to sound confident and start becoming it. Here's how to build confidence without talking too much. A lot of people talk too much for one reason: silence makes them uncomfortable. Silence feels exposing. It creates space, and space can feel dangerous when you're insecure. So people fill it. With jokes, with explanations, with stories nobody asked for, with nervous talking. Not because they're bad people, but because somewhere deep down they feel like if they stop talking, they might stop being noticed. And being unnoticed feels like being irrelevant, so they overcompensate. They try to prove they're interesting, prove they're smart, prove they belong. But ironically, the harder you try to force attention, the less powerful you seem. Why? Because confidence is not about controlling how others see you. It's about being comfortable even when you are not the center of attention. That is rare, and rare is powerful. Lesson 1. Stop performing for approval. Many people don't communicate, they perform. Every sentence is filtered through one question: how do I sound right now? Do I sound smart, funny, interesting, confident? This creates tension, because now you're not present. You're managing an image, and people can feel that energy. It feels forced. The more attached you are to being liked, the less natural you become. Quiet confidence starts when you stop trying to engineer everyone's opinion of you. Not everyone will like you. Not everyone needs to. That acceptance creates freedom, and freedom changes how you carry yourself. Lesson 2. Become comfortable with silence. Confident people do not fear pauses. They understand something insecure people often forget. Silence is not awkward. Your relationship with silence is what makes it awkward. If someone asks you a question, you do not need to answer at lightning speed. Pause, think, respond with intention. This instantly changes your energy. You seem calmer, more deliberate, more grounded. Silence communicates emotional stability. It says, I am not rushed. I am not panicked. I do not need to fill every gap. That alone makes you appear more confident than endless talking ever will. Lesson 3. Speak less but mean more. Talking less is not about becoming cold or antisocial. It's about increasing the value of your words. When you constantly speak, your words lose weight. But when you speak intentionally, people listen differently. There's more attention, more curiosity, more impact. You don't need to narrate your entire life. You don't need to explain every thought. You don't need to prove your intelligence through word count. Simple communication is powerful. Say what matters, then stop. Let it land. Confidence is often found in restraint, not excess. Lesson 4. Build a life you respect. This is the part most people ignore. Confidence is hard to fake when you secretly don't respect yourself. No amount of body language tricks can replace self-trust, and self-trust is built through evidence. Keeping promises to yourself, going to the gym, learning useful skills, handling responsibilities, improving your finances, taking care of your health, doing difficult things consistently. This creates internal proof. And internal proof creates natural confidence, because now your confidence is no longer based on social validation. It's based on who you know yourself to be. That kind of confidence is stable because it isn't rented from other people's opinions. Lesson 5. Stop explaining yourself excessively. Insecure people often over-explain, not because they're dishonest, but because they want permission. Permission to be understood, permission to be accepted, permission to make choices. But confident people understand something important. Not every decision needs a defense. You do not need a 10-minute explanation for every boundary, every opinion, every life choice. Sometimes a simple answer is enough. No, I'm not interested. That doesn't work for me. That's not my priority right now. Done. No emotional essay required. Over-explaining often signals internal uncertainty. Clarity sounds shorter. Lesson 6. Master your body language. Before you even speak, people are already reading you. Your posture, your eye contact, your pace, your facial expressions. Quiet confidence is often physical before it is verbal. Stand upright. Relax your shoulders. Maintain calm eye contact. Slow your movements slightly. Don't fidget constantly. Don't look around nervously every 2 seconds. A rushed body usually reflects a rushed mind. A calm body communicates control, and control creates presence. You don't have to dominate a room. Just be fully present in it. That alone is magnetic. A lot of overtalking comes from wanting instant reassurance. A laugh, a reaction, a sign that people like you. But confidence grows when you stop needing immediate feedback. You tell your story without begging for approval. You share your opinion without obsessing over reactions. You exist without constantly checking the room emotionally. This is emotional independence, and it is incredibly attractive because people trust people who seem comfortable in their own skin, not people constantly seeking emotional confirmation. Here's how to practice quiet confidence starting today. Pause before responding. Get comfortable with a few seconds of silence. Cut unnecessary explanations. Speak 20% less than usual. Improve one area of your life that builds self-respect. Focus on listening more carefully in conversations. And most importantly, stop measuring your worth by how much attention you can generate. Attention is cheap. Presence is rare. Anyone can be loud. Very few people can be calm, composed, and impossible to shake. That is real confidence. Confidence is not volume. It is certainty. Not certainty that life will always go your way, but certainty that no matter what happens, you can handle yourself. That is what people feel when they meet someone with quiet confidence. Not arrogance, not ego, just inner steadiness. A sense that this person does not need to prove anything. And that kind of energy is powerful, because in a world full of noise, the person who is calm, intentional, and secure stands out the most. So stop trying to be the loudest voice in the room. Become the most grounded presence in it. That is harder, that is rarer, and that is what real confidence looks like.